Hi, welcome to another edition of Early Mutations. We're going to take care of week 60. I'm going to be doing Abathur this time. Mastery, we are doing Worn Out Welcome on Temple of the Past, Just Die, Long Range, and Inspiration. Mastery points will be as such, and we'll get right into it. This is going to be a pretty decent combo here. I'm going to be going for Vipers, Ultimate Evolutions, Devours, Queens, and Guardians. Kind of basically the end game for Abathur. It might be a little difficult. We'll have to see getting to that point. I'm going to need to, like I said, to make sure that I get a few Queens out early on. But the basic build for Abathur is always going to be 20 Roach Warren, 1918 Spine Crawler, and then I'm kind of just into that. But anyways, well, I'll kind of go over the build as I'm doing it. And a big thing you can do is making sure to get the Toxic Nest in the right location. My ping's still around 300 milliseconds, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to micro everything, but not the biggest deal. Okay, so now I'm going to get my Roach Warren. Move this over here. And I need to make sure that I get 2 Spine Crawlers over here. Once I get to 225, I'll make my gas. That should hopefully be able to deal with everything over here. Continue to get back up to 20. And one more gas. And now I can basically just save up for my hatchery. Should be ready to go real soon. I'll make a couple more drones. Actually, I'll make an overboard. And then hopefully we can kill everything with just the toxic nests.
We have an enemy attack inbound.
I forgot about the long range. Good. Came back. That's good.
Good. Biomass for experimentation.
Go ahead and get that started. Just a little bit left to deal with, but not a whole lot.
Normal infestation.
Okay, that's good there.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Alright, let's get this started. Oh god. Let's go and pick up all that biomass I can. Not a whole lot, unfortunately. I'll actually stay this here. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot of biomass because adepts don't do as much as I would like them to in regards to how much biomass you get.
I am proud of.
But anyways, I'll keep making queens out of the back one here.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
And I'll continue to make, just upgrading this one. I really want to get the extra gas as soon as possible. And you can see that I'm missing out on a lot of biomass, because not everything died from my
Queen has been birthed.
toxic nest, unfortunately. Keep making queens out of that.
The hybrid threaten us.
Destroying them will be satisfying.
Mutated into something new.
Excellent. The temple's mechanisms are aligning properly. It will soon be ready for activation.
A queen has emerged.
Oh, that's nice. God, I want an ultimate evolution so bad. Come on, get out of there.
A queen has emerged.
Just don't have the DPS I want. I couldn't get out an ultimate evolution even with all the crap even with all of the time and energy I put into
Your brood has encountered the enemy.
making sure that I tried to get one thing to pick up all the biomass. So it's a little tough if I don't get that biomass early on.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
So at least maybe I can go ahead and
It has to be eliminated.
get some
Men
Vipers out.
available.
There's that one.
Evolving brutalisk. Threat maximized.
Maybe I'll get a second one out.
Mutation complete.
A void
here we
crusher
go.
has been annihilated.
A new queen has been birthed. Our allies' base is under siege. Our allies are engaged in battle.
I have been working on something.
Yep.
Mutation complete.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that I stay on top of all this.
Your grotesque zerg.
Making sure they can't actually get anything out.
Hybrid detected.
Amon's secret weapon. We will rid him of them.
Really, this seems like a lot of ground forces, so I'm not gonna worry too much about
You have
that.
successfully shattered the Zenith Stone. 2 more await you.
Again, it's going to be a lot of me making sure that I cast Blinding Cloud on top of things, so I can make sure to get the most out of all of my.
Structure requires
Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies are engaged in battle.
Pull back.
Our allies are engaged in grotesque zerg have mutated into something new. Our base is under siege. Our allies' base is under siege. Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies' base is under siege.
We are detecting hybrid.
These monsters should not exist. I will make it so.
The temple's preparations are proceeding as planned. Stay strong in your defense.
Yeah, these Vipers are going to be the only thing that keeps me alive here. So it's really going to come down to proper utilization of them.
Multiple toxic
A Void Thrasher is bombarding the temple. You must end its assault.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Alright, so I'm gonna make some more roaches and some more overlords, but honestly, not exactly super excited about that prospect.
Engaged in battle.
This is
Our
only
allies are
temporary.
engaged in battle.
Seems like all I really need to make is just a bunch of
Hybrid
anti-air
energy
units.
signature detected.
I watched them grow as I was tortured. Now I will watch them die.
Void Thrasher slaughtered.
I mean, anti-ground units from the air.
Our base is under siege.
Even with all this extra gas, I'm still finding myself completely out of gas. Like, I have so little gas. Like I said, I've got
Your brood has
6 geysers worth.
Enemy is warping in reinforcements.
Your brood
Enemy
has encountered the
warping
enemy.
detected.
The temple is under siege from a Void Thrasher. Slay it
Alright, so I'm
before
gonna
it
make some
deals
more
too much
devourers. Yeah, this isn't necessarily the best combo for this week, but that's okay, we're gonna get through it.
Allies are engaged in battle. Mutation complete. Your
We
grotesque.
have slain a Void Thrasher.
Our
Alright,
allies
so
are
like I
engaged
said, I've
in
got a lot
battle.
of gas now, at least the gas income. Still not necessarily as much as I would like, but we're gonna deal with whatever we got.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
It's like you can never have too much
Eliminate all but
gas.
one of the volatile zenith stones.
We sense the hybrid.
Sequences from both Zerg and Protoss must examine.
Alright, I'm gonna drop a lot of that over here.
Now this one,
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Come on.
Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies' base is under siege. Our base is under siege. Our allies are engaged in battle.
nests must use.
Our allies are engaged in mutation complete.
There's no DPS in this army.
Is under siege.
Like, absolutely no DPS.
Our allies' base is under siege.
Like, where is the DPS? Oh, it's non-existent? That's right.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
The enemy is warping in reinforcements.
Blinding cloud's keeping my army alive. That's the nice thing.
Leviathan, largest of Zerg. Our allies are engaged in battle.
The Alexander.
Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies' base is under
Enemy
siege.
warping detected.
Enemy. Our base is under siege.
Enemy warping detected.
Counter the enemy. Our allies are engaged in battle.
The enemy is warping in reinforcements.
Alright, so I'm actually starting to build up a little bit of gas, only because I've been making so much other things.
I've suffered considerable losses.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
It pains me to see the Zenith stones
Alright, so really
destroyed,
not too much else
but
to
it
worry
had to
about
be
here.
done.
I'm actually going to head down over here for a minute.
That's all that it was.
And I'll go over here.
Preparations are nearly complete, commanders. Defend the
See, like I
temple
said, my
for just
army's
a few more minutes.
finally starting to steamroll.
Position fortified. Enemy assault.
But it was the Vipers that kept me alive this whole time.
Multiple
Without the
Thrashers
Vipers-
have emerged from the void. Dispatch them before they destroy the temple.
It seems my structure requires
Our
more
allies are
infestation.
engaged in
The
battle.
Vipers are the only reason that my army was able to survive for this long. Just keeping everything from actually being able to do
Our allies
damage.
are engaged in battle. Your grotesque Zerg have mutated into something new. Our base. Our allies are engaged in battle.
Void Thrasher obliterated.
And you always build up extra minerals here as Abathur, so you might as well turn them into something that you can use.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Hybrid signature detected.
Threat recognized. Swarm will counter. Many toxic nests.
Oh, okay.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
I'll just go ahead and leave my Vipers over here. You can do a lot of
Our
defense
allies
while
are
my
engaged in battle. Your brood has encountered the enemy.
As prior experience with dying. We share your structure.
Our allies are engaged in battle.
Void Thrasher defeated.
that.
Your brood has encountered the enemy. Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies' base is under siege. Mutation complete. Your brood has encountered the enemy. Our allies are engaged in battle.
We both have such ridiculous DPS right now.
The temple is under attack.
Are engaged in battle. Our
This is
base
so funny.
under siege. Your brood has encountered the enemy. Our allies are engaged in battle. Our allies
Oh my god. Blinding Cloud for the win.
Commanders.
Anyways, god, things to talk about with Abathur. So I mostly dealt with ground forces. That's why I did so many Guardians there as opposed to Guardians and Devourers. I had my Vipers also to take care of the air units. So, I don't know. Abathur's not the best for this week. He'll do, but there are better commanders. It's really important that you're able to get out that first Brutalisk, I believe. That first Brutalisk is super important. What's really tough, though, again, as I brought this up in the beginning of the video, that that first set of units, unless you have the toxic nest in the exact perfect location, which even then is really hard to deal with, you're never really going to be able to kill all of them with the nest. Therefore, you're not going to be able to get as much biomass. So it's really important to have a partner that can help you out with that. Hybernut did a really great job of stewing off the calldowns and everything like that, but it took me a little while to steamroll. Once I started steamrolling, I didn't lose pretty much anything, although I never really had huge DPS. Like, trying to kill immortals with guardians is a forever process. I didn't lose very much because I had mostly air units, but yeah, anyways, just be careful with Abathur. Try to make sure you maintain units. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. I'm Hunter AFI.